Hey guys, Jimmy H here with Ask Jimmy. Welcome back. I know I haven't done a video for such a long time. Been busy with life and been busy just in general with work. But I'm back. I'm gonna try to do more regularly videos, certain topics financially, and hopefully I can get some new subscribers, to a thumbs up from you guys that's already subscribed. Thanks for the support, and hopefully grow this channel even bigger. But as far as today's topic, I just want to make it quick and simple. A lot of people at work, a lot of people, my friends, and people acquaintance of mine, always ask me, Jimmy, how come you always use a credit card for everything, um, and you never use your debit card? I always tell them that I prefer credit cards over debit cards for a number of reasons. And so, I just figure out that's a good topic, good video, good starter just to kick off the channel again after a few months of hiatus for me. But yeah, I have it on the board back here. You can see I wrote it up over here, but we'll turn the camera in a little bit. But as far as myself, I personally like credit cards over debit cards anyway. Before I even got into like really looking into my numbers, really looking at financial situation and all. I always like credit cards over debit cards. And number one reason before was because I didn't have the money for what I was going to buy, right? Consumer debt is always our number one problem. We always want something that we can't afford at that time and say it's on sale. I want to buy it now. I want to buy it now. I want to take it home. Just swipe the card and we're good with it. And then worry about the bills when it comes later, right? Yes, I know that's a very bad thing to do. Very, very, very bad thing. But as far as nowadays, I still use a credit card over a debit card any days. Actually, I don't even know where my debit card is. All right, guys. So I'm back with the board here. As you can see, I put credit and debit, pros and cons, three reasons for each. Three reasons for each. So there are a lot more reasons, but this is what I just want to just quickly, was on top of my head. I just quickly wrote it down. All right. So for me, and then this is all entertainment purposes is only right. I just have to put the disclaimer out there. As for me, why I prefer credit over debit. All right. So the pros for using a credit card is number one, you get rewards slash points. So some cards give you travel rewards. Some cards give you what rewards like buying stuff online, Amazon, whatnot. You get points to buy stuff, right? Or and then points, and then also cash. Cash, I forgot to write cash on here. All my credit cards, as I'd have points, rewards of some sort, travel of some sort, or cash back, right? 1%, 2%, whatever it may be. But that's one of the top one. Number two is protected. So if there's a fraud or whatnot, you just call the bank up, they dispute it, and then you just get a credit back on your card. You don't have to worry about dealing with yourself because all the credit cards are protected, right? And number three is leverage. That's really should be number one in my mind, but I just put on number three because I thought of the other two first, right? Um, Leverage. You're not using your own money, right? You have someone else forwarding up the money for you to buy what you want. You get the item right away, but you pay 2, 3 weeks down the road whenever the billing cycles, turns over. So that's the pros. There's a lot more, but this is the top three that I could thought of in my top of my head. But the cons for using a credit card, as you can see here, you have to pay it back. Just like leverage, in 3 weeks or 4 weeks, when you get the bill, you got to pay it back, right, guys? You got to pay it back. And if you don't pay back the entire balance, say I buy $100, in 3 to 4 weeks when I get the bill, I don't pay back the $100. I just pay back 25, the minimum, right? I'll be paying interest on the $75 that I still owe. But unless I pay back the $100, then I don't have to worry about interest. But if I don't, interest, right? Third one, because of the interest, you could probably end up paying more than the $100. Say my item is $100. If I only pay $25, the next month, the $75 is going to get compounded by whatever interest rate it would be. Let's just say 10%, right? So then I got to pay the $75 plus the 10% on top of that. So it's a higher cost for my item. Where was it really just $100 initially, right? So that's the cons of using a credit card. And like I say, there's more and more reasons as cons, but those are the three that I list. So let's look at the debit side. Okay, the debit. Number one, It's paid for, and you don't have to pay it back. No payback, right? $100, slice my credit card through the machine, done, right? I'm done with it. It's mine. I own it. I don't owe anybody the money. I own it, right? Number two, because I own it, there is no payback. There is no interest. $100, $100. That's it, right? That's all that you pay. And then, of course, it's cheaper. It costs cheaper, right? Because on this example, if I pay interest, it'll be more than $100 in the end. This one is $100. That's it. You pay $100. So the cons, why I don't like paying with a debit card, it's not protected. Just like this right here was protected, it's not protected. Okay. If you charge something, I charge $100 out, and I get fraudulent or whatever it is, the $100 is out of my debit account already. I mean, I can dispute it. It'll probably take a couple of weeks to get it back, right? If I don't get my, if I don't use my debit card, my $100 is still in there. On this side, it's protected because it's not really my money. On this side, it's my money out of my account, right? So it's not protected. Two, money out of my account. I just spoke to that about that. Money out of account. I charge $100 here. The $100 still stay in my checking. I charge $100 here with my debit. The $100 is out of my checking. That's $100. It's on somebody else's checking or savings or whatever they do, right? And number three, opportunity cost. So when I buy a $100 item here, it's out of my account. So that I have $100 less to use to buy something else. Versus over here in credit, yes, I'm using $100 as well, but say I see another item that's also $100. I can get that as well because I technically still have the $100 because I'm just leveraging it, right? Leveraging right here, leveraging it, $100. So I can actually get two items for $100 until my bill comes around and I have to pay it back, right? So there's pros, there's cons for both, right? I'm not saying one is better than the other. I am definitely not saying that. I'm just saying what my personal preference is. One is definitely better than the other in my mind, which is using a credit card. Credit card to me is the best way to go. Debit card, no, at least for me. Like I mentioned earlier, I don't use a credit card for anything, but I actually do use it for everything. I don't use a debit. I don't even have my debit card, like I mentioned. I don't have it. I use a credit card for everything, everything. If I could pay bills with it, I use a credit card. If I could pay online purchase, online travel, anything that takes a credit card, I will use a credit card. The only time I will use a debit card per se is if they need a debit card. But so for right now, this day and age, you don't need to use a debit card. Most places has those little, those gadgets where the kiosk where you just put your phone there and it links to your credit cards anyway. You don't even use cash really. So once again, my personal preference, credit over debit. And here's the reasons, right? So if you have any questions, put it in the comments below. Let me know what you guys think. Do you guys use credit or debit, or do you use both, or don't use it at all? Use cash. For the wealthy ones of you watching me, use cash, and or you get it for free. I don't know, but once again, I prefer credit over debit. All right, guys. So until the next topic, I don't know. I'm gonna think of some other topics to throw at you guys. Like I said, I'm gonna try to keep this videos and channels and keep growing. Hopefully, I can get 1 or 2 videos out a week. Hopefully, and then go from there and share our financial journey together. I have a lot of things going on right now in my life financially, and I'm trying to, just share my knowledge. Just share my knowledge with everybody, and hopefully. In the end, we all win, right? So thanks again for the support, guys. Smash the like button. If you're not subscribed yet and you're watching this for the first time, please consider subscribing and smashing the like button. It just helps me out a little bit, grow this channel out, and then we'll go from there. All right, guys? So until next video, take care, or you can always ask Jimmy, right? All right. Thanks, guys.